Okay. Today is a big day. These are the three big things happening. Taylor Swift re-released Red. I'm gonna go right now to walk to Starbucks to get the Red Taylor's version coffee. Number 2, the free Britney termination of the conservatorship rally, which is like big deal. And number 3, probably the biggest deal of them all, I'm going to quit my job for the second time this year. And not just my job, the entire service industry. I'm retiring from the service industry, essentially, is my goal. And I'm gonna really try to stick to it and like figure out something I can do. I'm gonna go home for a few months, like figure this out. Editing me. Editing, no makeup, lots of lotion, me. I didn't quit the service industry. That was a little too idealistic in that moment. I did quit my job. So, pat on my back for getting the courage to do that without a plan. Didn't yet quit the service industry. That is in the works. The bigger long-term plan to do that is in the works. I just need to cut in and say, like, that was the idealistic me from a few weeks ago who was like ready to get out. So, yeah. Anyways, it's a big day. It's a Friday. I'm off and I want to vlog because I want to remember it. So let's start by walking to Starbucks, I guess. Actually, yeah, I'll walk to Starbucks. I'll bring you with me. Okay. I got my red drink, Taylor's version of whatever drink, at Starbucks to celebrate Red Day. Here's the thing. So I wanted to get it warm because that's how it was like kind of, I think, intended to be, like fall, warm drinks. It's 88 degrees today in LA. So questionable choice. It is good. I actually didn't, it's kind of like basic, sorry, but like it's just a caramel latte with non-fat milk, which is what I always get, is like non-fat milk or, you know, not regular milk. But I never had thought like there's not just caramel macchiatos, like you could get a caramel latte. So I actually enjoy it because I didn't even realize this was like an option, even though it's kind of a simple option. It's just too hot. But so this is a very belated vlog on an exciting Friday where it was the release of Red Taylor's version and All Too Well, the 10-minute short film. And I went in person to the Termination rally for the Britney Spears conservatorship. So it was essentially the day that we all got the news that the conservatorship was ending. I've always been a fan of Britney Spears. I've loved her performance skills, her dance skills, her songs. But it wasn't until I saw the documentaries this year, the New York Times, Hulu documentary, the Netflix documentary, until I started to become more invested and more questioning what was really going on. And then it wasn't until I heard the Toxic podcast, which I'm going to link below. The hosts did a great deep dive, really explaining in detail what was going on in the conservatorship and why it was so wrong and how Britney Spears was getting so taken advantage of. After that, I just kind of really felt invested. I started following the Free Britney Instagram page, and that's how I saw the post that there was going to be a termination rally on a Friday, and I happened to be free that day. So I decided to go and see what it was all about. The energy felt electric being there. I had never been to a rally before, I don't think, and it was 90 degrees. That part was not fun, but they had water for us so that we were hydrated. There were more news, like video cameras, actual cameras, like paparazzi kind of looking like group of cameras that I've ever seen before outside of the courthouse. It was in downtown LA in front of the Stanley Mosque courthouse. It was so great to see all the different signs people came up with, all of the apparel and kind of merch that they designed for this day. Everyone was so friendly, all the other Britney fans, they were so easy to talk to and kind of strike up a conversation. I was shocked at how many people actually traveled from all around the country to the rally for that day. It overall just felt like a really magical energy surrounding what we all knew or all thought was going to happen. A apparently phones were not allowed in the courtroom. Like, no one was allowed to be tweeting out or kind of communicating what was going on in the courtroom. So we kind of found out the news at the same time, I think, as everyone else did. And then as soon as we heard the news, they had a cannon of pink confetti and they started playing Britney Spears songs like Till the World Ends, and we were all singing along to it, and it just felt like we were all so happy for her. This is where it really felt like a magical energy, like something incredible had just happened. After 13 years, she was finished being abused. So when Britney herself made her statement in June, she talks about how she wasn't allowed to speak up for 13 years. She really felt like she didn't have a voice. And just hearing the power in her voice and the anger and the frustration, hearing it in her voice after she had been taken advantage of by so many people, I can really relate to that, not feeling like you have a voice. I feel like I've definitely experienced that in relationships, friendships, jobs that I've disliked. Just that feeling of there's no point in speaking up, or that feeling of being stuck, that feeling of even if I speak, no one's gonna care, no one's actually gonna listen, no one's gonna really hear me. Obviously, my own experiences are so different from what Britney experienced in the conservatorship, so I'm not trying to compare that at all. I'm just saying, like, I relate to that feeling of feeling as if you don't have a voice and as if you can't speak up, no one's listening. It just reminded me too, like, no, like, you do have a voice and you can speak up, whether it be if you're taken advantage of or underappreciated at a job or in a relationship or in a friendship, whatever it might be, you can speak up, you do have a voice. And just hearing the way she spoke, it really touched me, and I just felt really invested after that, and that's why I chose to go to the Termination rally, why it was important for me to go. It also showed kind of like the power of fans and of social media, and of when you really do stand up for what you know is right, change can be made. I do think the Free Britney movement changed everything for her. I mean, and I think she's aware of that too. She was so appreciative. She kind of reposted some of the videos from the rally and of all the fans celebrating. If this Free Britney movement hadn't happened, who knows if the conservatorship would have been terminated when it did.
It was only like a TMZ reporter who was chummy with people on the conservatorship. Tess went in there, she watched fucking Andrew Wallach get a raise to almost $500,000 a year, and she thought, this is fucked up. And she wouldn't stop, you guys. She looked at all the court documents, she kept analyzing it, and then you guys know what happened. We got that fucking voice. Shout out to Paralegal.
spoke up on June 23rd and really shocked the country and shocked the world with powerful, poignant words. And she shined a spotlight on what happened to her, and according to Britney's own testimony on June 23rd and then July 14th, the abuse that she suffered in connection with her father who ran this conservatorship.